All right, everyone, we're going to be doing this without some video today. Got Justin and myself in here. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. We're just going to make this a quick one. We want to talk about a few of the new benefits that came out. Justin and I did a couple late night podcasts on Monday nights around 6, 7 o'clock. One of them was for everyone, and one of them was for the van division. But Justin, how are we doing today?
Oh, pretty good. Hanging in there. Ready to get the weekend going.
I was going to say, it's going to be supposed to be pretty hot this weekend. Man, everybody dropped off as soon as we started talking. Yeah, so everybody, no video this time. We're just doing a quick audio podcast here. If you have questions, we're going to be covering some stuff today. Please put it in the answer any questions as they pop up here. It shouldn't be, like I said, 15, 20 minutes here. I think we can get through most of this stuff. So first thing I want to discuss is paid time off. Justin, a couple weeks ago, we came in on the evening. I don't know what day it was, but around 7 o'clock, and we sent a link out to everybody to let them know that we have a new PTO policy, which also includes paid holidays. So if you would take just a couple seconds here and kind of give us an overview of that and let the guys know.
Yeah. So just kind of refresh everybody's memory, I guess, if you will, and stuff, and kind of finish it up with something else too here. But yeah, as far as the PTO policy, holiday policy, we're 3 weeks into it now on that side. And I think we're hovering around $8,000 in PTO accrued across the fleet, give or take around there.
So it's already starting to build up.
I'm sorry, 7,000, I guess, this time. At the end of this week, we'll be pushing around 8,000 combined altogether there. So just kind of a refresher, how do you earn PTO on that side? So everybody has a accrual. If you've just started with us, you're at 2 cents, and then
per mile,
2 cents per mile, okay. And that's loaded in empty miles on that side. And then that it does grow every year that you're here. And after 5+ years, you'll be at 5 cents a mile on that side. That's the cap for that. Just a reminder to use PTO. It has to be done in $400 increments. So $400 equals a day of PTO. It has to be requested off at least 2 weeks prior to you wanting to take a day off. Then that kind of leads me into our next thing. And I know I talked about it on the call or when we first introduced this, Logisticize. So Logis, Tibyte, Logisticize. Yeah. Everybody, should have gotten a email invitation to create an account on Logisticize. Now you're going to tell me you didn't see it. Look in your spam emails. It came out at the beginning of this week. So you might have to scroll back. I know emails are fun to deal with sometimes. You can search Logisticize, so what that'll do, you'll click the link. It'll open up a internet browser on your phone. If you do it on your computer, tablet, whatever it is, it's going to open up a web browser. It's going to ask you to register. It's going to ask you for your first and last name, things like that. From there, it's going to pull up a calendar. That calendar is where moving forward here, once we get everybody going into it, and I know this is still new, we'll have you guys submit your time off. Now, if you need a day off and you don't have the PTO funds, you will still do that through Logisticize moving forward. So if you don't have the funds, you'll request that off. From there, it'll be sent to your operations manager.
Yeah. So
depending on the fleet. So Vans, Brian, flats will be Kurt. And just remember, when you put in a request, don't automatically assume it is going to be approved. Once it's approved, you will receive an email back saying it's been approved. And then you'll see it on your kind of update on your calendar as far as approved or if it's still pending on that side. We understand emergencies happen, things like that. There's going to be times when guys are going to have to call us the night before or something like that. Hey, just stay in communication on that side still. From there, and then the holiday pay, after you've been here for so long, you're eligible for holiday pay. That's at $200. So some of you guys have been here for a while, did see that on July 4th. Just a reminder on the holiday pay, how that works. You have to be available to run the day before the holiday, the day of the holiday, and the day after. We're not saying that you're dispatched or anything. If you're not dispatched, you're still eligible for holiday pay, but you have to be available. That's the key. So if for some reason, I think very, very, very rarely does it happen where we don't have freight moving, the day before, the day after, as long as you were available and didn't take that time off, you would qualify for the holiday.
Okay.
So, also I'll kind of move back to Logisticize. That is where you will actually see your PTO accrual amount in there. So that will update weekly. So you should see right now, you should see 2 weeks worth in there. The third week here, kind of on the back end, kind of playing with a little something to make it easier for me, I guess, selfishly. So I don't have the, this week that you just got paid for, I don't have those in there yet, but those will be in there by Monday night. So
okay. And I want to just real quick here, guys. If you get through here and you see Justin, give him a big thank you. He's been pushing really hard to get this put together for about a year now for you guys, figure out a way to make this happen. We know it's something you guys, were looking, to get as a benefit. So bear with us a little bit here. We're getting it, working. We want to make sure that we brought it out to you guys as soon as possible. But it did obviously, there's some things that we have to get done here, like you guys signing up for the app, using that. If you have any questions on it, when you're through here, stop in, bring your phone in, so that way we can help you out. Over the road, when you're out there, it is a little more difficult because we can't see what you're looking at. But anytime you guys get through the yard here, just pull in, bring your phones in. Any of us will be happy to help you out with that. Yeah, and we have the updated policies and updated handbook too here. So if I see you roll through, I might just grab you and have you sign a hard copy, something like that. But still trying to kind of figure out the best way, if you don't get through here, how to easily get that sent out to you and get all that stuff updated. So if you do have a question on, how much am I getting per mile, until you get that handbook, you'll get a copy of it too. It's laid out in there, 0 to your first year here. So 0 to 1, you get 2 cents, 1 to 2, you're at 3, it kind of goes up from there. And it's exactly how that is on the handbook side of things. So if you're new, probably within, this month, you already got the updated one. So the guys that have been here for a while, I apologize. I'm still trying to find the best way to get that out to you. Well, I think, regardless, I think that's a great benefit to have. It takes away the worry of a guy wanting to take vacation, take some much needed rest, and now he doesn't have to worry about the financial aspect of it. For sure. Yeah. And that's another thing. You guys will be able to carry that over and stuff and, build that PTO. Guys, I'm not a, how do I say this? Take time off, if it's there. You have that safety net, like you just said, Doug, to where you can get some money. So after you guys get these funds built up, take some time for yourself, take some time for your family. Don't have to worry about, I got a bill coming up, I got to pay, or Christmas is coming up, at least you kind of have that, hopefully that safeguard there on that side, and to where everybody needs a break, man. Everybody needs a break. So if you don't want to use it, believe me, Justin and I, you can just start a fund. You guys put it together and we'll take whatever's left over. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, so I'll have zero problems if you want to donate to the cause over here on my side. So one clarification on there, I just want to make sure everybody knows that is off of McLeod miles, their practical paid miles. You guys see those on your settlements, and that's what that's calculated by. Yeah, the van guys will see they're loaded and empty. Flatbed guys, you'll just see your loaded miles, but I include your empty miles in there. So same guys, across the board for everybody. Exactly. Flatbed guys won't see their total miles that they're earning their PTO off of on their settlement, just because the empty miles, you're paid by percentage, so they're not included. Okay. All right. Good deal. Get to holidays. Do you know exactly which ones are the paid ones? You got them off the top of your head? Yeah. So I'll kind of, I won't start from now. I'll start from the beginning of the year. So you have your New Year's Day. So January 1st, your next paid holiday is going to be Memorial Day. Then you'll have July 4th.
you'll have Labor Day, you'll have Thanksgiving, and you'll have Christmas.
Okay.
So 6.
And this is for company drivers.
This is for company drivers only. We did make an oopsie on a Facebook post. Sorry, Brett. I think it was Brett's wife, asked if it was maybe
she doesn't miss anything. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you better keep it in line.
This is for company drivers only. We try not to leave owner operators out, but it's just the nature of the business. You own your own company, your own.
You have other benefits.
Yeah, exactly.
So we covered the paid time off, and we've covered the holiday pay.
Sure.
I guess next in line here is going to be, did everybody get their notifications for the fleet ops to track their bonus? That's another thing that we've rolled out here recently that we discussed on one of those. And it's that way all the company, yes, just company drivers, you'll be able to see your bonus kind of live in person and right in front of your face each day.
For sure. Yeah. So I think most people have gotten logged in. I haven't pulled it up here in a while. I think there was a question that came in. Ken Teach Out, I believe, asked the question. I kind of got confused at first, but it was about the fueling. This month, I don't think the numbers have been imported yet for the relay fuel, but that'll all come through. Again, it's if you kind of don't know what's going on the back side of things. So fleet ops pulls from, McLeod, our TMS system. The fuel pulls from a completely different system. So it's just getting that integration to work exactly how we need it to work. So I believe the fuel numbers are lagging a little bit behind, but that's still tracked back on our side. So that'll, for some reason, when I pull the report, if the fuel numbers aren't included, we'll make sure we get the fuel numbers included. So fuel here or down in Oakwood. And, the guys down in Georgia, I know we've had some issues and stuff. So I appreciate you guys, still making the concerted effort to pull in there and fuel, even if it's down or something's not working. So,
because to be truthful, we sit in here each week and we discuss fuel prices over the road, what ours is here, what it is down in Georgia. And it's not because it is the cheapest fuel available to put in the tractors. It's just the safest fuel. We've had no issues, not one single breakdown due to a truck fueling here with a fuel issue, where we continue to see them, especially during certain times of the year where we get bad fuel out on the road. So that's the main driving factor in this. It really is not to try to save, 1 penny by fueling here versus out in the road. Now, that's a whole different animal. That's more than double the price out in the road. It really does help us out, guys. You guys have done a really good job. We got through some lean freight times here in the last few years. Things are starting to look up. We just don't want to lose sight of, minding our P's and Q's and pushing forward so we can continue to stay employed.
I actually just want you to come through here so you can come down and, I like seeing pretty faces every once in a while. No. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody. We have guys that religiously fuel here and, we understand there's times where you can't get through here and stuff, but guys, please get through here as much as possible. So.
Which kind of brings me to the next thing and why you haven't heard us say a whole lot about it. Just for those that don't know, haven't seen the signs up, I don't know the exact date it's going to start. I really hope that they're smart enough and they wait till after the 127 garage sales, which are what? Is that what this weekend? Is that?
No, I believe it is. It's next weekend.
It's next weekend. Okay. So those of you that haven't been around, 127 garage sales is a nationwide thing. It runs on US 127 and it creates a cluster mess. You guys really, those of you that live on 127 or around here know the deal. You got to watch for kids running out from everywhere. Cars are parked on the side of the road. They pull out abruptly. It never fails each year. We do have a close call, and it's not our guys, you guys out there doing anything at all wrong. You're being cautious. It truly is the idiots that just don't take a second to look around them. And thankfully, we've had no incidents, nothing reported, at least over the 4 years I've been here. So we're doing good. But also, they're going to be shutting down 127 again. Not at the bridge here in town. From my understanding, it's going to be out here, by the shop, all the way south to Van Wert to the roundabout. 17 miles worth. I don't have a time frame how long that's going to take, but they're going to be repaving 127 from Van Wert up to Paulding. So watch out for that, guys. We know that's going to make it more difficult getting through here. We still want you to try to do the best you can to get in here and get fueled. with this, obviously with this fuel here. Also, it keeps the equipment coming through, so that way we can make sure we take a look at it. Just don't avoid the yard just because of the road closure. If you can get here, try to get here and get things taken care of. Anything else from you over there on your side, Justin? I think we covered the Logisticize app and what it's going to take to put in for vacation. One of the things I want to say is, you guys, approving your time off really doesn't change. This is just putting it in so that way we have a place to see it and we can pay you, because now we have a PTO policy. That is the idea of this. So I believe that you got to take care of getting into that app. That's the way it's going to get done. It's a pain sometimes. I get it, because a lot of you guys don't like technology, but we wanted to be able to pay you for the time off.
Yeah. And I mean, it'll be, I think once you guys get in there, I have no problem, helping you guys and stuff get logged in. But I think once you do it a couple times, it's super simple. A calendar pops up, you select the days you want off, and you hit submit, and that's about it. And like I said, it's visual on your site as well. So, I think everybody in dispatch does a good job when you guys call in right now and say, hey, we need time off, making sure, but you kind of have that
extra
I'll call it second layer, where it's like, okay, I see it's approved now, it's on their calendar, I don't have to worry about, okay, did they remember I requested this day off, or I need to be in by this time and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's going to streamline things for you guys. It's going to make things, I think it's it will be a lot simpler for you. Doug kind of mentioned that technology piece. That's fine. On there, that's a minor hurdle. It won't be an app. For you guys that are techie, I'll call it, you can like save it to your phone as an app, kind of. It just opens up in a web browser. But yeah, you guys will be able to track things on there. Your PTO balance. You can always call me for a PTO balance check, things like that. So yeah, I mean, I think we're doing a lot of good things back here on that end and stuff. So yeah, the website again is Logisticize, Logis, Tabyte. So, or Ti. Gosh, man,
you gotta look it up.
Somebody put something on there.
Yep, you messed him up.
Logisticize. So it's, if you go to Logisticize.com, or again, you can go to your email, and you'll be able to you'll have that welcome email, or things in there. So on that side of things,
and it's not going to change. I mean, don't worry. I mean, like Justin said, approval and denied and this and the other. How we've been operating, we're not changing that. If you need time off, typically, whether your money's there or not, the only difference is going to be whether you get paid for it. Essentially, if you have the time or you have the funds in there to have it paid, then that's great. If you still need time off and you don't have all the funds in there, request the time. It'll be taken care of just the same as we've handled it before. Like I said, this is just a piece where we get to pay you.
Yep. And remember, it's a website, not an app. Again, you can save it to your phone as an app, things like that.
That's something we can send out, isn't it?
What's that?
That's the website? Or did it already get sent out?
They already got they should have got the email. So if for some reason, like I said, check your spam email. That seems to be where it's going. Just because it's new. This whole website was created purposely just for Logisticize. Back in the office, we use it for a couple of different things as well. You guys that have walked through the shop guys use it for tracking maintenance and things like that too.
Yep.
So yeah, is it 100% perfect? No, but what is when you first start it, right?
Nothing is.
And there's always going to be things that can be improved upon, things like that. I think everybody knows this by now. I don't think one of us in here claim to be perfect. Unless you come into my office and talk to me, and then I'll tell you I'm perfect. No, but yeah. So remember, it's a working thing. It's new, and we're really, really just trying to make it easier and streamline things for you guys. So on that side, but yeah, that's one of the new things. Couple other things, just reminders and stuff. Flatbed guys, you've been in it for about a year now. You know, the $2,000 guarantee on that side. You guys seem to do really, really well. I think everybody kind of understands, like, hey, if I don't get it, I understand why I don't. It seems like call counts for that go down and down and down. But if you do have a question, hey, had a guy call me today. I made a mistake on a payroll. Okay. I do make mistakes after I just said I was perfect, but I'm human. Right?
Wait a minute, you're contradicting yourself here.
So I do make mistakes. Guys, please check your settlements at the same time too, whether you're a flatbed or a van driver. Look at your settlement, because if something looks off, give me a call and we'll walk through it together. I have no problem doing that. The last thing I want to do is withhold money from anybody. That's not my goal in life. I haven't found a way to sneak it into my account yet, out of your account, but it's okay. We might get to that point, but no. But yeah, so we have the $2,000 guarantee on the flatbed side. Van guys, I think most of you, I think everybody knows. If you don't know, and this is the first time you're hearing about it, well, great. Van side, we raised our starting rates by 3 cents. So if you were here before, you got a 3-cent jump on your base mileage rate, and you got that 2 additional cents. So it's up to 5 cents per mile for all miles over 2,500. So starting from mile 1, if you run over 2,500. So, yeah, I mean, I think exciting things are happening. You know, I think we're moving in the right direction. I hope you guys feel that we're listening to you. I know at times, you know, you might get a call and, oh, I need this, I need that, or why don't we do this? And it just doesn't seem like we're moving on it, guys. I promise, like, we discuss those things, and it might not happen in the time frame maybe that you're thinking, but we really do work on things and try to bring better things to you. And I think there's a lot of exciting things and tools that are at your fingertips now that you can use. So yeah, I think, you know, my lackluster of excitement sometimes might not portray it very exciting, but
I don't know. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that I'm going to trade my laptop in for a pair of keys here pretty soon and getting the itch. Keep paying them more, and you're going to just switch.
Yeah, no kidding. So, no, but guys, again, thank you. I know this is a lot we're throwing at you, as far as, I don't know if you want to call it tech wise or just, we're kind of we threw at you all at one time, whether it's a policy change, the text, how you're tracking things like that. You know, I understand that everybody's going to run into issues. There's always, you know, things on the app or the website that can be improved. And if you see something, ask. I mean, the worst thing I'm going to tell you is, no, we can't do that. Or, well, let me check into that. Then I tell you, no, we can't do that. You know, I think I had a guy ask me on the fleet ops, hey, kind of like samsara, is any way we can rank and stuff like that. And, you know, we're talking about some different things with that. And that was when we released, he was one of the first ones to get it. So that was, I mean, he had it back in June and stuff. So again, it's been a full month and a half. It's not something I forgot about. It's just, we're doing a lot of things, and we got to make sure the capabilities of everything are there for you guys.
Well, I guess that we covered pretty much everything there. Justin, are you looking for any drivers right now, or how are we looking as far as that goes? If anybody knows anybody out there.
Yeah. So, always looking for drivers, on that side of things. I'm very, very, I'm very happy with, you know, the guys we have. Always obviously looking to add more, grow the fleet. You know, everybody loves coming into my office when they come in. Oh, you got a lot of empty trucks. There might be one sitting out there that day, you know, but no. So, flatbed side, we're kind of, you know, in the roller coaster, if you will. Van side's looking pretty good right now. Flatbed side, if you guys know of anybody, and, yeah, we're always kind of looking on that side. And just remember, by more people coming in here, that doesn't lessen the freight for you. That just opens us up to get more freight. Right?
Yeah, we're turning that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, we are turning it down.
It's not to lessen paying anybody anything or anything like that. It opens us up to more freight and things like that. So, you know, it's, I don't want to say, how do I say this? I want to say we've been more selective, but I think at the same time, I hope you guys feel it too with the different things we've done as far as training and Doug's done with safety and stuff like that. I hope you guys are seeing that out on the road now with your drive-wise when you're passing by scales. You know, I'm very proud of, you know, who we've been hiring. The guys that are here, you know, I think we're headed in a really good direction. And the guys I hire, I want to make sure that they're going to keep contributing to that success. I don't want some random Joe Blow off the street that wants to be an outlaw, and that I don't want that person. That hire could affect each and every one of the 70 other guys that are hired in here right now. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we went from and this is the real numbers, 18% bypass rate is what we had before the last 2 alerts dropped. We are at a 72% bypass rate. In the month of July, we have had 2 inspections. 2. That's it. That's the biggest difference that I can, show you guys out there. Another big difference is being able to offer those raises, the PTO and everything like that. That's not an accident why it all came together, when it did or how it did. There was like I said, Justin was working on how to get it paid for in the background, because it does cost money. It's a cost. And one of the biggest ways that we were able to accomplish that is you guys didn't smash the trucks up. I mean, literally, you guys have done an excellent job this year. We only have 1 claim that's sitting on our books. So hats off to you guys. I can't, week in and week out say it enough. I really appreciate you guys taking this job seriously and being professionals out there on the road, even when no one's watching. And we really don't try to watch all that much. We trust you guys. Like Justin said, we have a good group of guys. We have a good group of owner operators that are out there, I think, mentoring some of the younger guys out there and even the guys that are inexperienced. So if you guys have questions and there's a driver right there with, within shouting distance, if you're out at New Mill, SDI, wherever that may be, talk to our tenured guys. They're going to give you a hand. I don't know anybody out there that just would tell you to go away.
Right. And I think at the same time, yeah, and just be open too, right? Be open to learning different things. It might not be the exact way you do it, but I don't think it ever hurts to bounce ideas off somebody and stuff like that. So
no.
Yeah, I mean, to this day I don't drive a truck, secure loads, anything like that. But, if I have a question, I go ask. I don't sit there and like, oh crap, what am I going to do? Like if I have a question on a applicant's MVR, I go to Doug. Hey, what do you think of this? What could this mean if it's something I haven't seen? So yeah, just be open to the help and yeah, ready to receive that kind of feedback and stuff. I think, that only helps you, but it makes a stronger fleet on the same time. So
absolutely.
Just one thing to add to, sorry, I'm going to interrupt. Going back to Logisticize, owner operators, if anybody's on this though, this will be the same way you guys will need to request time off too. So owner operators did receive a invite to the Logisticize too. So this is how you guys will, owner operators will actually request time off as well. So okay. It's going to be straight across the board. Same thing for everybody, owner operators and company drivers alike. Heck, even the office staff is using it too.
Yeah, we all have to use it as well. So, all right. So here, next subject's going to be one of my favorite. It's been my favorite for about 4 or 5 months now. Almost the name makes me a little bit angry, but hey, we're making some improvements. Samsara. You guys, I know the tablets have been a pain. Trust me, nobody feels that in this office more than, Kurt and myself. Dispatch, of course, because you're frustrated and they're frustrated because things aren't working. So after several months dealing with Samsara, we have come to find out that the one of our set of tablets out there, the older ones, are just not going to cut it with all the advancing technology that they keep releasing each month. You guys know the updates come out. They turn stuff on that we don't even know about, and I try to come in and fix it as fast as I can on Mondays. But as of today, Kurt signed the documents, and we are getting our new tablets. They should be shipping out the first 20. I would assume here today or early next week. So what you're going to see is as you come through the yard, as we have them available, we are going to swap you out. The next change with that is we figured out how to run DriveWise without having the app actually on your tablets, which is going to improve things even more because that's one less thing hogging up memory, so on and so forth. But there'll be a little bit of an adjustment over the weekend here. I am going to switch that out. You will no longer have a DriveWise tile on the home screen. The next time you log in, coming out of the weekend, it's going to ask you to enable DriveWise to be able to draw over the top of other apps. That way you see the notification. Just follow the instructions on there and you'll be fine. There's nothing too difficult about it. But what this does is if you change trucks, as long as you are changing trucks in Samsara, it will automatically move you from truck to truck to truck. It takes a step out of there once you do this initial setup. So you get a new tablet, you sign into a new tablet, it automatically signs you into DriveWise. And as soon as you pick the truck that you're in, it automatically puts that in DriveWise as well. Outside of that, it's going to function the same. It's going to pop up over everything else and let you guys know that you can bypass a scale. Now, there's only 50 registered guys that are actually logged in and using this. So that leaves about, 15 to 20 on a kind of a weekly basis we see that aren't logged in and using it?
DriveWise.
Yeah.
DriveWise. Yeah. So, and I know you kind of mentioned some people are having some issues logging in or stuff. So if for some reason you ever get logged out now, you don't need to call in and, hey, what's my password or, anything like that. It's going to make things a lot easier for you.
Yeah. And if you're, like I said, it should automatically kind of force you to sign in there, because what's going on is we're getting about 20% of you guys that are getting bypasses that are rolling into the scale. Yes, there are situations I know with oversize and, other signage on the roads that you need to pull in there. We understand that, but there's a few van trucks out there that don't pull oversize that are going into every single scale, and you don't need to. If you guys have any questions on how to set it up, just like Justin said, give us a call here. It's going to be pretty easy. It's going to actually walk you right through it once this weekend's done, and it should be from here on out pretty simple. So that I'm hoping is going to take care of our issues with the tablets. Those of you that already have the newer kind of squared off edged, they're the Galaxy A9 tablets. They're already running better. Yes, there's not signal with Verizon everywhere in the country. It will disconnect if there's bad signal. Please don't worry. It will reconnect as soon as it has good enough signal. I have not seen anyone's logs that have been on our side looking like they're messed up because of that. They always catch themselves up, and you guys, we just don't have a problem. So kind of the last thing I have is, what was it? It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. Caleb Varner out of the shop and we went down to Versailles, Ohio to a conference, mostly covered OSHA stuff. I won't bother, bore you guys with that. But one thing I did want to mention, and this is our insurance agent that put this on. They made a special point at an OSHA meeting to stand up and talk about this Supreme Court ruling that I think we brought it up 4 or 5 times now, and I just want to touch on it again because it's super important. We are right there on the bubble. We are barely out of alert status in our crash and in our hours of service. I don't mean to beat this up, guys, but if 5 insurance agents stand up in a room and tell us to take notice and to be careful, then I feel it's important enough to keep talking to you guys about it. So for those of you that don't know, they had a case about a month ago where a driver had gotten into an accident. It was a terrible accident. And the individual that was deceased, their family sued the broker, who up until a month ago could never have any liability in a situation where there's an accident with any kind of serious damage. Well, now, if a broker hires an unsafe carrier knowingly looking at their numbers, and they go out there and they have an accident and there's any serious issues that go on with that, that broker can now be sued right along with the trucking company, the driver, and its owners. And what we're being warned of now is they're seeing legislation start up and get pushed through, because now lawyers out there, these money hungry attorneys, are going to drag customers in that as well. So what that means for us is we have to continue to drive our percentages and our CSA scores down, so we have a safety net there in case something happens. Accidents are going to happen. I don't believe we'll ever get through a whole year where something like that does not happen to us. We have 1 at-fault accident and 3 that are not our faults, that were minor, that did not require insurance claims. So again, you guys are doing a great job, but I just want to warn you guys, don't let off. We have to be very careful with everything, because if we get into a bad situation with numbers where New Mill and SDI can't use us, I think everyone kind of knows what that does for us here. So please keep it up. We've been on this probably about 15 minutes longer than what I had intended to. I don't see any more questions really out there regarding the new benefits and, any questions over Samsara. So look for those changes to come out over the weekend, guys. Again, you're doing a hell of a job. We only had 2 inspections this month. Yes, we had violations on both. They're minor violations. One was a parking violation. Watch out there parking on ramps. Yesterday, I had a gentleman that was forced to park on a ramp or there was no signage. Again, we advise against this. We understand sometimes it happens, but our stance on this is stay off those ramps. Just had another truck rolling down the ramp that for some reason drove off the shoulder right down the driver's side and took out half the trailer all the way down. It took him from 8 o'clock yesterday morning till about 2 hours ago to get all the damage repaired before he could finally leave. So he lost a day, not his fault. Only thing that could have changed is guys, stay off those ramps. Hope you guys had a great week out there. Enjoy your weekend. Looks like the weather's going to be good around here at least. Hope everybody gets home safely to their families and look forward to talking to you guys next week.